have this huge Hoya linearis, which I'm gonna talk about in this video. I've had this Hoya for a few weeks, actually, not really a long time, but I've noticed that it's one of my easiest ones to take care of. Ever since I purchased this plant, it's actually been growing like crazy. So I decided to make a video on this Hoya. So if you guys have a Hoya linearis and you guys want to know how to take care of it, or how to just care for a Hoya linearis since you're in the planning of buying one, then keep watching my video, because in this video, like I said, I'll talk about everything that I know on Hoya linearis and how to take care of it. So first things first, this is a hanging plant. It likes to trail down, like you can see it, like it loves trailing down, kind of like a pothos or like an ivy. I have a lot of Hoyas that like to go upwards, like the Hoya carnosas or like the Hoya macrophylla. Those tend to be trailers to go up, but this Hoya for me tends to go down like this, kind of like a string of hearts. So that's why I like this Hoya. You can hang it up on top of like a bookshelf, or you can hang it up right now, have it like on a tree, so it dangles down the tree and it looks pretty nice, kind of like a dream catcher, just dangling all over. And then when it gets really windy, this Hoya just swivels and it looks pretty nice, like a curtain. It looks pretty cool. So let's get close up and personal with how it looks and the leaf and the shape of the plant. So as you guys can see right here, it's a very thin plant. The leaves are very thin, they're very chunky. When you touch them, they're a little bit chunky, and I'm gonna do an extreme close-up. This plant here has a lot of little fussy hairs. It's like a very fussy Hoya, and I think that's pretty unique. You can see the little fussies even from far away, but when you get close and personal, you can definitely tell that it has a lot of little fussies. The growth points from this Hoya start out in the bottom pieces, and then this is where the new little Hoyas form. So this Hoya produces little pairs of leaves, like twos, and then they start very little. They look kind of white when they're coming out, and then as they get mature, you know, they turn green. You can see right here it has a little baby leaf forming inside here. It's very little, and then it grows into like a huge leaf. Peduncles for me in this plant, I don't have any peduncles yet. This Hoya produces peduncles through the center sections of the Hoya leaves. Some Hoyas have produced the peduncles, like the little spine of the peduncle on the side, but this one produces the peduncles going down. So if you were to have this Hoya growing peduncles, then the peduncles will fall down, facing down, so the flower will be facing down, so you're gonna have to look at the flower facing up like that, you know. This Hoya is very low maintenance. I find that this Hoya is also one of the ones that I don't really take care of, and it thrives on that. I treat it more so like a succulent. I don't really water this plant often, and when I know to water this plant is when I see that the little leaves, for example like this one's right here, when they're kind of like closed up like this, then it needs water. When they're plumped up, they look like this, and that's when I don't water this plant. This plant for me, it's a very fast growing, like I said before. It grows a bunch of little new leaves all the time. I just like this Hoya. It's very easy, low maintenance, and like I said, I have any one of these pots hanging from the tree that I have in my garden, in my front yard, and it's very easy to take care of because all I do is get a little of water on a water bottle, and then I spray the top of it, and that's pretty much all I do to it. In order for the top to be a lot of, you know, leaves on top, not so bold, it needs a lot of bright light. So the more bright light that it gets, the better it grows and the more luscious it looks. And that goes pretty much for any plant. If it's an outdoor plant like I have it, it's gonna be in its best condition. If you were to have this plant inside your house, like in your bedroom, in your living room, then you would need to give this plant a lot of or find this plant to be put next to a window where it gets a lot of indirect sunlight, or, you know, next to some shears or like window curtains, because he needs a lot of light to grow. What else? If you were trying to buy this plant in like a Etsy shop or like just a shop with little cuttings, you can do that definitely. This plant, if you grow it as a cutting, it definitely roots really fast, and it produces, or it grows roots really quickly. So it's a really nice fast growing root plant. It grows roots quickly. So yeah. What else can I say about this plant? It doesn't really actually get attacked by any pests. I don't notice that it to have any gnats, any worms or anything. So it doesn't really have a lot of activity when it comes to pests. What else? That's it. Actually, it's one of my most easy growing, easy to care of, chill Hoyas. So yes. Also, I was recording this video with the binaural microphone that I purchased, and if you guys think the audio is pretty good, let me know in the comments below. But anyways, this was my little video here with my Hoya linearis. Hopefully you guys have a good one, and thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.